Now see, let me share and see if you can listen to me. And can you mute your sound?
Yeah.
Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? No, wait 1 minute. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? Anne is listening. Charlie, are you listening to me? Very good. Sophie, are you listening to me? Very good. Only Mead is not. Oh, very good. Very good. So, we discussed last week about worldly intellect and the wisdom intellect, or the mind, you can say. I gave an example of rope and the snake in a dim light. I also gave an example of dog chewing the dry bone, and then dry bone hurts his gums, and he says that I'm getting pleasure from the bone. I'm chewing the bone. That is our state of mind in the world outside. We are trying to see peace and happiness outside, but we are trying to seek peace and happiness outside, but it is like a dog chewing our dry bone. We are searching a dry happiness outside because it is not there. Question is why? Because the worldly intellect is impulsive, reactive, expectations, and it is searching peace and happiness in external conditions. When it is searching, then it has to come with blame and complaint and fear and frustration. Are you listening to me? Very good. So, where it means where there is a blame, complaint, fear, reaction, frustration, I should be become alert and attentive. Why? Peace and happiness are not there. So my alertness and awareness moves my worldly intellect to a wisdom intellect. I need not to react. I need not to fight. I need not to blame anyone in the world. The wisdom intellect enables what it enables? It enables the human intellect with the power of discernment. Oh, no. Why I'm seeking peace and happiness from the others? Why I'm asking expectations must be met because you did not meet my expectations, so I need to fight with you, I need to react with you. That is the major cause of problems in relationship. Do you agree? Say yes, even if you don't agree. If you don't agree, it means you are hiding something. Don't hide. East and West. So understand that point. So what I have to do, I have to simply become aware to switch on wisdom, intellect, and switch off the worldly. Oh, no. Sorry. I was expecting. You may react, but the next moment you remember, okay, thank you. I'm sorry. I reacted to you. I'm really sorry. Because now I realize that peace and happiness is not outside. So, what are the points of reflection? Do I react impulsively, blame, or complain in daily life? How does this tie me to the worldly intellect? I have to ask myself. The more you ask, more you go away from the worldly intellect. When I'm searching for happiness outside, in people, in possessions, or inside in awareness and perception. Am I searching peace and happiness inside me or it is outside? I have to keep these two questions all the time. Can I clearly discern what? Do you remember? Knower in the known in my mind. I am the knower, rest is the known in the world. The moment you separate, you are free. There and then, you don't need an anxiety management or anger management. First point, that is what we understood. Second point, again, I'm repeating to make you understand the 5 examples of worldly intellect. It is required. Why it is required? It is required for success in the career, planning a career path. It is required for managing your home, not managing your husband or a wife. The moment you start managing your wife and husband, you are already in problem. Or anyone. Financial management, relationship skills, negativity in the family I have to avoid, academic achievement, and daily problem solving, where I have to go, how I have to go. We need the worldly intellect, but we don't need the worldly intellect for self discovery, for peace and happiness within me. Worldly intellect will not help you, will not help you. The wisdom intellect says, who am I? To find who am I, you need a knowledge of the Eastern wisdom. What is the difference? In the wisdom intellect, there is a discernment. I'm going slowly to help you absorb the journey of Eastern wisdom. In the in the worldly intellect, it is impulsive in me. Why didn't you listen to me? Why didn't you meet my expectations? Did you fight last week? Don't tell me, you have to think in your mind. With anyone? Did you get upset? How many times last week? Don't tell me. But if you get upset even once, worldly intellect is there because we forget to discern. The wisdom intellect discern. Discern means separate. Separate means what? It separates the real from the unreal. What is real? It is permanent. What is permanent? Permanent happiness and peace. I just want to meet expectations from you to seek some pleasure. So the wisdom intellect always works with the discernment. It thinks, it contemplates, it reflects before it reacts. Then the reaction is already gone. You need not to react. In one of the incident, I was pushing someone for study, and I used to get angry that you are not studying properly. So I went to the master and asked him, am I not saying right thing to him? He looked at me, he said, no. No, I'm saying him to study. Your expectation from that person is that he should come up to your standard, but he does not have a capacity. And you are struggling to meet your expectations from that guy. How it is possible? Did you understand? If you are asking your honey to meet your expectation, but he or she is not capable, and you are struggling. So are you are suffering and you are making the others also suffering. There comes the real and the unreal. Just think, your mind moves into calmness and peace easily. Think. So when you recognize all the expectations and binding desires from the world outside, you simply recognize them. You recognize them, you have a discernment, and your mind has less distraction, and you are living in peace and happiness. If you don't believe, try this week. I'm not saying that you have to believe. That will help you succeed in mindfulness. Let's expand this topic. Expand this topic. Can worldly intellect lead to permanent happiness? Answer is big no. You have $1 million, you have $1 billion. Are you happy? You have a lot of money, you don't have money. In both the cases, this guy who lives in Phoenix, he said, I'm scared. I said, why? Did I tell you? I'm telling you the real life examples. Because I'm rich, so I'm scared. So I always have an answer. I said, find out. If you become more rich this financial year, transfer the extra money to me so that you will not be scared. and you don't have even to meet your both the ends meet, that is also scary. Fear and anxiety, fear, anxiety, reaction, blame, and complaint. They are the natural outcome of the worldly intellect if I am seeking peace and happiness, love and wisdom from the world outside. Do whatever you want to do. Google out, is Elon Musk happy? I had a new student. She's only 14 years old, and she was saying that I want to have $1 trillion to be happy. This is what the society offers to us. This is the education. Doesn't mean that we should not earn, we should not work, but giving a label of happiness and wisdom and love to anyone outside is a myth, is a mirage, is a delusion, is a I'm ready for reaction now. So one great text in Eastern wisdom, I'm referring Gita, it says worldly intellect is a lower intellect, wisdom intellect is a higher intellect, worldly intellect is impulsive in nature, it is insufficient to find the real self. Worldly intellect is insufficient to find permanent peace and happiness, love and wisdom in your life. What you are seeking? Ask yourself what you are seeking. So if you're seeking is peace and happiness, it is not found outside. This is how the masters are explaining with the lower and the higher intellect. Both are the intellect. The lower intellect that helps us function effectively in daily life, manage relationship, earn wealth, but earn academic certification, but is limited to external success and practical living. Yes, we need that. But Eastern wisdom teaches us how to enable, it is already present inside, how to enable the higher intellect. You can say it is the spiritual intellect or wisdom intellect that leads to self-awareness, permanent peace and happiness, awakening, realization, freedom, whatever you say. That is why we need to study the Eastern wisdom. Is it available not in physics, science, astronomy? No, it is not available there. Why? Why it is not available there? Do you have some clue? The science or the worldly intellect aims at objective reality. This is subjective reality. Eastern wisdom is a science of subjective reality. You cannot have a protocol of research in physics similar as that of protocol of research in biology. If you want to do research in COVID, or you want to do the research in how many galaxies and satellite is there, protocol of research are different. Same way, the protocol of the research in finding your real nature is different from physics, and that is what we are studying. So we have to follow it. We have to follow it as it is, but with the reasoning, with understanding. then what happens? It can it can help us discover that peace and happiness, that love and wisdom in our life. Here is a catch. So another word is used in how to gain that knowledge of the Eastern wisdom by Guru. What is the meaning of Guru? It is not a physical entity. It is not a human being. Guru means moving from ignorance to knowledge. So I'm just like an agent, a real estate agent, and has been real estate agent, property dealer. So I'm simply an agent passing on that knowledge which is already existing, personalizing that to you to contemplate and reflect to move from ignorance to wisdom. I have nothing to add. What is my addition is my way of expression of that knowledge. That is the only thing that I do. Otherwise, we stick to the knowledge of the Eastern wisdom. We stick to the knowledge of the Eastern wisdom. Now, move further. So, okay, what is required to become a seeker? So, you have to contemplate and reflect on the three gifts we are already given to us. First gift, human birth. Just play mentally, imagine that had I been a pet, I'm thinking about myself, had I been a pet dog to some of your house, how I used to live, impulsively, instinctively. I have no choice. I have no power of discernment. I cannot change myself. The dog remains the dog since from the birth until death. Now, being a human being, I have a human intellect. I can exercise a choice, and that choice helps me to move from ignorance to wisdom. Did I have a choice of a human birth? No, I did not choose. So it is a gift. When I did not choose, and I get it. My master used to say that we are only a human being when we are using this higher intellect all the time in all the affairs. Otherwise, daily anxiety, upset, reaction, unnecessary problem. Look at this young guy, he said, I'm rich, hence I'm scared. I am rich, conclusion, I'm scared. What a great conclusion. It comes only by the lower intellect. It cannot come by the higher intellect. I am rich, so how much I can spare for others? Let me use it for service. But I have a fear. So first is the human gift is that the human birth. Human birth means that our wisdom intellect is always active. It is not active all the time because of so many challenges we have, cultural, social, religious. That is what we are going to learn, and we are going to remove all the barriers. Second gift is that second gift comes by your effort of contemplation and reflection. What is the second gift? That I want to know myself. Why I'm into anxiety? I got married for happiness, then I'm suffering. I earned money, my boss gave me the stress. My boss gave me the stress. Where is the problem? I have to find out this. I don't want to live in anxiety, anger, reaction, blame once and for all. You want to simply manage it? Go to the science. Ask the psychotherapist, psychiatrist. They will prescribe you a lot of pills and live with the pills throughout the life. Or you find first marriage is a problem, divorce, marry second, marry third. But Eastern wisdom says, do you have an intense desire for living into permanent peace and happiness? Do you recognize and analyze why I entered into anxiety, reaction, blame, and complaint today? How many times? 3 times. On an average, 3 times every day, 90 times a month, more than 1,000 times a year. You have lived 50 years of your life. Calculate it. Are you calculating? No, it is not only 3 times. I just get into upset and anxiety 10 times a day. Master that. So Master says, antidote of this, that I should have an intense desire, commitment that I must live in permanent peace and happiness. Is there a way? Eastern wisdom says, yes, there is a way. That is known as awakening, that is known as liberation, that is known as self discovery, that is known as the discovery of who am I, that is known as permanent, that I have to recognize and realize that my nature is permanent peace, happiness, love, and wisdom. Third gift. Third gift is always available. 10,000 years of knowledge of Eastern wisdom. We have 3,000 texts. We have 3,000 masters. For the last 10,000 years, they have come to the same conclusion. What is the conclusion? That we are of the nature of peace and happiness. Every master. And we have a right to find it out. Three gifts. Human birth, intense desire for liberation, and intense desire for liberation in order to change your mindset. Can wealth, status, or skill guarantee happiness? We have gained a lot of skills. We have got a lot of wealth. The first income, first salary, first paycheck. We were so happy. Now we are totally unhappy, whatever we get. We are seeking permanent happiness. Where do most mistakes in thinking originate? From ignorance, from lower intellect, from the faulty intellect, from the habit, from the impulsive nature. For example, did your honey say you to react against me? But I react. I have reacted in the past. No one can say that I have not done so. Everyone is sailing in the same boat. Then comes the what is the unique advantage of being human? I have a choice not to react. Then the guru is essential for freedom. A majority of the people say yes. So the blessing of the human birth, we are endowed with the power of discernment. Whenever you are in anxiety, you find out, did I apply the power of discernment? I can bet you your anxiety will drop by itself. Fear will be gone. The intense longing for knowing who am I. And the Eastern wisdom gives, we are of the nature of permanent peace and happiness. That is our journey. Third is association with how to get this knowledge of the Eastern wisdom. You can read the text by yourself and see if you can do it. Very good. If you cannot do it, you have to find the teacher who can explain you according to your need, according to your intellect, according to your mind, so that your teacher helps you depending on the capacity of your intellect to understand. Intention to realize, your intention is always there. Some people, they have a big ego. They get upset when I say like this. They stop attending the session. It is their choice. I'm not going to uh, color their ego. No, 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 sir, please come and join. So some people leave the session, let them leave. Because with that ego, you cannot understand these principles. Ego is a part of the lower intellect. We will talk about it. We will talk about it. So understand ignorance, human birth, longing for freedom, or who am I, company of the teacher, love. We need to do it every day without fail. And if we do it within weeks, we can reach to that level. Close your eyes. Let us start our practice today. Eyes are closed. We will now understand you become your own teacher. The beauty of the Eastern wisdom is that you become your own teacher, and when you are your teacher, getting peace and happiness, your thought, your speech, and action also in the world outside is moving to the peace and happiness. It means in your relationship also. So the step one, I said place, position, and posture. I'm making it very casual and easy to remember. So the place of the body where you are sitting, become aware of the both. Position of the body, where are you sitting? Clear means you know, you feel, and you experience your body, the place of the body. It aligned, it is aligned. You are aware, your intellect says, no, let me sit in a state of the comfort. So there is no lack of awareness. You're not feeling lazy or dizzy or posture. Now you align the posture. Your body posture is not dictated by the worldly intellect. First step is done. We will pick up insist. Insist means word intellect or lower intellect to higher intellect. During the practice, then you will not fall in. Then your mind will not fall into sleep. Your sleep or laziness, all this distraction will be minimum. We did. We will talk about that in sixth. So insist even the moment any thought comes, you think this thought is not required in this at this moment. You simply say, you counter think. When you think counter, opposite of what the worldly intellect brings to you, you can change yourself. Now we will move. I will explain it in detail in our next session about the insight. That now you can see that in every session we are doing the same practice, but we follow deeply. We pick up some step, we follow deeply. Now being comfortable, do you remember what it meant for changing the direction of the mind? Changing direction is what? From the outside to inside. What is outside? Outside the worldly interaction. So firstly, we want to move the from outside to inside. That simply means from the from heart to the higher intellect. Oh, from the lower to the higher. Voice low? Voice is not coming. Oh, voice is
Guruji,
not
bad
coming.
connection. Sorry, bad
Internet.
connection, Guruji. Bad connection. We didn't hear you.
Yes, bad
Bad
connection
connection.
because
Sorry.
I don't have.
We didn't hear you. We cannot
Yes,
hear you.
yes, 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 I understand.
We can't
I
hear you.
understand it. Yes, yes, I understand it. I understand it. I understand.
No,
You don't. Yes, it is the mobile hotspot connection
we can't hear you.
that
We
is
can't see you.
creating a problem. Yes, 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 I know. I know. I know. Sometime it's happening. I told you before also that today I have a mobile connection. I don't have a normal optic fiber connection. Are you listening? No. Sophie is getting a good connection and is getting. Oh, now it come. Wait. Now it will happen.
No,
Yes. Now, no,
no.
no, no. Yes. Let us see. Now you hear? No, no. Yes, that is speaker, anchor. Okay.
No connection.
Hello, 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 hello,
Better.
hello.
Better, Guruji.
Better, better. Yes, today is the problem with my internet connection. So being comfortable means you are listening. Are you listening?
Sort of.
Yes, yes. So moving the mind on the entire body from the top of the head to the toes and experiencing being carefree, being comfortable. Now, the most important step comes being carefree. What is being carefree? Simple, I know you. Pay attention, you are separate from me. So there are two things in any knowledge. There is always two things in any knowledge. One is what I know, and other is what is known, what is an object. So when I say I know you, means I am is here and you are there. Same way, you recognize the thoughts, feeling, and emotions as separate from you. After all, you are not your mind. So whatever the thought comes and goes, it is not you. It is not you. Thought, feeling, and emotions, body, mind, intellect, whatever you know is not you. Whatever is not, whatever you know is not you. So there is a space between you and me, between you and your thought, between you and your anxiety, between you and your impulsive nature, between you and your body, between you and your feeling and emotions. All our experiences are not me. Why not me? They come and go, they change. So if anything that change cannot be me, that is being carefree. And now is the time when you see the space mentally drop Om Shanti. Where? In the space. In the space you drop Shanti. In the space you drop Shanti. So what is there? Say, for example, you have a thought, then you have a space you recognize, you drop Om Shanti into the space, live there, and then again you have another thought or a feeling, recognize the space, and then you drop Om Shanti. Now keep on dropping Om Shanti. For what? For getting into, getting into the, getting into the wisdom intellect. That is the wisdom intellect. Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Mm. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your Buddha palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms, know your experiences, bring the hands down. And we will share. Sophie, how are you? We don't hear you.
Unmute yourself. Unmute.
Yeah. I'm very good, thank you. And I was kind of counting my breath. At one point, I got disconnected from everything.
Yes. We are disconnected and still we are aware.
Yeah.
That is the meaning of self-absorption. It is a good practice. It is a good state. How are you, Anne Hoffman?
Thank you.
Okay, I've been thinking about there were the last 2 weeks, several unpleasant things happened to me. And I tried really I have to try harder and analyze it to try not to react. So
good.
That's what. Because they were unpleasant, but it's not easy to detach yourself from things like that.
Yes.
So I made a decision not to react, or to react the least to it, or not at all, which is.
That is the journey we are undertaking, because it is very difficult not to react. It becomes easy when we add some other principles into it. And otherwise, look at the principle, worldly intellect. Reaction comes from the worldly intellect. Why worldly intellect? Because I'm attached to it. Why am so when I'm attached to it, then it becomes difficult for me to leave it. So you have to analyze and contemplate like this. Is the guy I hate is chasing me, or am I chasing that guy in my mind? Worldly, that is the wisdom intellect. Am I choosing the guy who I hate, or that guy is sleeping soundly and I'm disturbed at my home?
Girish.
That is the, yes.
I'm sorry. I have had such a hard time hearing you tonight that I could not
Yes.
take in the beauty of what you're offering, because the sound is
Yes.
all jumbled and it was very, very hard to follow you.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be sending you the audio file. You can do the practice. I'll be sending the video file later.
I can't follow you right now.
Your words
Sophie
are,
will.
your
Can I
words
give
are,
you a suggestion? If both Anns could mute themselves, then the sound
Oh.
is better. If everybody's muted, there shouldn't be two people unmuted.
Are you
Oh.
listening to me, Mead?
I can hear you a little bit better. What was
Yes,
during the whole session?
I understood
I-
it. I'll be sending you the audio file for you to practice.
Okay.
Yes, now comes Charlie.
I had a very interesting experience when we were dropping the shanties. My sense of my physical self shifted. My size felt very different. It's very strange to describe, but I just felt like I dropped into this space and I wasn't 6 foot tall. I was different.
Yeah. That happens. That happens many a time when you have a similar experience as the Sophie had, and that is very good. So only the wisdom intellect, only the higher intellect can enter into such experiences. Lower intellect cannot. Lower intellect is attached to, associated, related, seeking something that will not. That is why we are moving step by step. Yes, Ina, you have to say something?
Hello, Guruji. Sorry, I'm late today because I'm still working. That's why. I'm so sorry. I'll try to do, but I didn't hear you exactly. Yeah, I'll try. When I come back to home, I'll try one time more before sleeping. Yes, thank you.
Yes, no problem. I'll be sending you the audio file so that you can follow the audio file and can do the practice. Today, because I did not have a normal internet connection.
Yeah, it was hard to
So
understand.
maybe,
It's okay.
yeah, so that is all for today. We will meet again next week. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Guruji.